No, no. What do you think it takes to be the female version of Andrew Tate? It's not that hard actually. So if you wanna act like Andrew Tate, you need to be buff, you need to be rich, you need to be good looking. So rich and good looking. So I'm already out of the picture. But if you wanna be the female Andrew Tate, all you need to do is want the best man possible, want for your man to give you everything he has, all his assets, all his money, his credit and debit card. They're not already his, they're yours, okay? What will he get in return? Nothing much, right? Your present. Well, let's check this genius girl out and see what her deal is.
For example, if I were to get married to a man, boo, but if I was to... Unfortunately, I still find men attractive, but we'll see how long that's gonna last. But if I were to get married to a man, I would only be marrying a man who is putting land, properties, and assets in my name.
If that already doesn't tell you everything that you need to know about this woman, you're already a dumbass, okay? If you think everything that she just said is okay, it's fine, it's normal, you deserve this kind of a woman. Let's talk about this for a little bit. She won't get a man unless all of his assets are hers. Isn't there a name for this kind of a person? Like some kind of a digger? Now, I don't want to say any bad descriptions about her, but she already has 300k followers on Instagram, and I'll show you some of the stories her fans and followers share, and she shares them, and they're basically proud of this stuff. Like, they're all promoting your man should be giving you everything he has, everything he owns, and he should be spending a lot on you. That's it. Like, just classic crazy B word vibes, right? You notice the way she's acting, like, unfortunately, I still like a man. I'm guessing she's an adult, I'm guessing she's, I don't know what her age is, but like, she's acting like she's in her early teens. She's acting so immaturely. Like, you'll notice there's a team when I react to these kinds of people, on YouTube, on Instagram, and whatever that I find, they're all like over-exaggerating with their face and stuff, and they're acting all, I'm such a smarty pants, and you're laughing at me? No, you're the dumbass. Like, what? Calm the freak down, lady. And also, life still hasn't punched her in the face low enough. She hasn't been low enough in life in order to realize what she's saying is crazy as fuck. Either way, let's continue watching the video. It's a pretty short video.
Oh, sorry, what's funny? You know what, that's interesting that we're laughing about that, because it sounds ridiculous, right? The idea that a woman would want security when we know that men are unreliable. Not only are they unreliable, they are a woman's apex predator. That's right, the man you're laying with could kill you.
Wait, holy shit. There's so much to unpack here. Wait. This woman, I hope this woman is okay. I hope she hasn't been through crazy stuff, because I've never heard someone say the apex predator of a woman is the man. No, what the hell? The man and the woman is what built society. Are we bad men for not wanting a woman like you? For not wanting a woman that only cares about me giving everything that I own on her name? I'm the worst kind of man. When she says all these men, she probably thinks of me. I'm ugly, I am poor, I live in a almost third world country from the Balkans, and I am young, and I am the least secure man she can think about. Like, if she watches my video of me reacting to her, she's probably gonna be roasting me for no reason and giving zero arguments, valid arguments for what I'm saying. Listen. If you are a man and you're with this kind of a woman, and you feel that you're loved and happy and in a nice marriage with this kind of woman, I mean, number one, I'm happy for you because you found happiness, I guess. But number two, I'm sad for you because you really found happiness with this kind of a girl? What the hell is wrong with you?
And so when we are encouraging women to get married, we are encouraging women to step 1 inch closer to our death. Unless we are encouraging the women we are emboldening to get married to enter this decision with their best interest at heart. Yes, it is controversial to talk about money and assets and land and properties when discussing marriage, because we're taught to follow the distraction of love, romantic love. What about love? Well, this is all about love. The man who loves me will make sure that I am secure for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, most marriages are not structured or approached in that way. Women are taught to approach marriage from a place of leading with emotion. Again, that's to distract us. Because if we put our emotions aside and focus on the logic and the rationale and the reality of how will this benefit me, most women will not marry men. We will be in commune with each other and leave the men to fend for themselves.
So let me clarify something. Some of the stuff she said are actually pretty spot on. Like, obviously you're gonna lead with emotion when it comes to choosing the man or woman or whatever kind of gender you're freaking into, you crazy ass. Obviously gonna lead with your emotion. But yeah, a lot of the times people, especially young people that are unexperienced, just lead with emotion. They don't think about it rationally and logically if they might F up their lives because they went in way too fast without realizing what kind of a person they're going into to spend their whole life with. And they might end up, doing some criminal stuff, or, there are crazy men that might get you, oofed, killed, like she actually said, but that's not the majority. But and also, she said the right stuff, but for the wrong reasons. So, yes, obviously women want security. Yes, obviously, even men want some kind of a security, and it's not the same kind of security that we want from our women. We want different kind of stuff. They like different kinds of stuff when it comes to men. Obviously, that's fine. But when she's saying you might end up in a wrong relationship with the wrong guy because you're going through emotions and not logically, she's most of the time talking about finances. Like, everything she's been talking about is finances. And that part where she said about, crazy men and they might, hurt you. Yeah, but you should be, at least mature enough and experienced enough, hopefully, to, weasel out and find out kind of a man he is. And just, if you see a few red flags, here's a tip. If someone, doesn't matter if it's your man or your woman, if they tell you they're this kind of a person, so they tell you they never get mad and they never start raging and throwing stuff around, but after a few months or weeks of dating they start doing that suddenly, that's a major red flag. That immediately means that everything else that they've said that they are the way they are, they're probably acting, they're probably fake, and you should probably think about ending the relationship, because that shit is scary. Okay, that's how you end up being. Most of the stuff she's talking about is about finances and why women are too fast to judge because they're only thinking about it emotionally with who to be for their whole life with. Well, yeah, obviously you should think about it emotionally and know whether he has a freaking mansion and 20 apartments to give you assets. No, that's not freaking important. And what do you think? What's gonna be better from you for your future? To have a loving, nice, emotionally, present husband? Or to have a husband that just gave you a lot of assets and a lot of finances and stuff, so you're financially secure, but you're not happy emotionally and you're not fulfilled by your relationship. Like, no. Yeah, finances are important, but they should be like second after they're actually being emotionally connected and happy with this kind of a person. Like, do you want to be with this person because you love them emotionally and you would be with them even through harsh times, even if finances are in trouble and stuff, and you want to deal with it together? Like, that's beautiful. That's actual love. And this woman is putting basically the opposite advice to other women, especially younger women, unexperienced women, and effing up their loved lives. Don't try to make all these young couples struggling with their finances, struggling together, trying to figure it out because they freaking love each other, and that's freaking beautiful. And they will figure it out because they have each other. Trust me. You are making younger women see these kinds of young couples and think about those women. They're dumbasses because they chose a guy who is financially unstable and doesn't have assets to give them to him. Notice the way she's speaking. This is how you can fish out these kinds of crazy people. Like the types of face expressions that she does. face expressions are really a bad thing. I do a lot of face expressions, but notice there's certain kinds of face expressions some people do. Like this woman, like she's, I still like men, sadly, or the thing that she said, men are a woman's natural predator. A woman is the reason why that man exists. A natural predator? That's like saying a lion is the natural predator of the lioness. Really? Really? Let's look through some of her stories, and you'll see some of the people, I'm guessing that are like her fans or clients or something, that follow her advice, and look at the shit they say. And they're like praising them for this kind of stuff. Like, So this is the first freaking story I saw. Girlies, my generous simpy sugar daddy of a few years just paid 1.8 million for the house I dreamed of today, and no, I have not slept with him. He says supporting my comfort and making my dreams happen gives him purpose. In reflection, I'm generous with my kindness and firm with my boundaries. Happy to share any strategies if people have questions. What the hell is wrong with that man? Let's see some other ones. I went on a date with a man in November who I know has money, and he was complaining about a previous date where the girl straight up said to him, I come with requirements, bills, etc. Fair, right? So he dropped her, and I dropped him because I was after the same thing. I listened to a few of your podcasts and decided to circle the block. After our second date in December, he saved his credit card info on all of my devices. I live overseas, so even when I left 2 months ago, he still has me on his payroll to this day. You are for the girls. I mean, you can't really feel bad for these men because these men deserve it, because these men are the reason why these women can create this kind of content. They can find these kinds of men, and they think that this is the normal, and they think that they deserve it because they think they're a hot woman. And also, men watching this, please, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do this? Why would you get with a girl who just wants to spend all your money on her, and in return, like the previous story we just watched, she gives him what? Generous, kind words? Like no sex, nothing. To that woman on that story, I am telling you right now, if he's not getting action from you, trust me, he probably has other women that he's also paying since he is rich, and they're probably giving him action. He's not loyal to you, most likely, okay? And it's worrying to see this, man. Like, this girl has 300k freaking followers, and I also saw not a lot, but a few girls that I follow from when I was elementary school, high school, and in my college days. I saw a lot of them following this girl. Like, it's scary, man. People following this kind of crazy dumbass advice. Like, everything is about finances, everything is about material ownership. Humanity is lost. I have no words. I have no hope for all these young generations. I know a lot of people aren't this way, but the crazier you are on the internet, the more popular you become. Like Andrew Tate had a lot of crazy takes, and guess what? That's why he became so freaking popular. This girl has a lot of crazy takes, and guess what? That's why she has 300k followers on her IG. And here's me making a video on her. Maybe she'll watch it and she'll just make fun of me because I'm a dumb, bulk, and ugly slave who's poor, and I'll be lonely forever because I'll never find a woman. Yeah, sure, fine. If all women were like she was, I would gladly die alone, okay? I would gladly die alone. Anyone watching this video, if you think I am like, just hate her for the person she is, well, no, I just hate and disagree with what she just said when it comes to relationship and stuff. But I also check out her Instagram. She does talk about like women's rights and stuff, which is fine. But she also does talk about, how to keep safe from potentially dangerous, crazy men, which is fine. And I 100% support her when it comes to that stuff. Like, yeah, there's crazy men and crazy women out there. But especially when it comes to women, they gotta be extra careful. Like, you can be on 50 dates with someone, and like I mentioned previously, he could be acting all fakely. And if you're not the kind of person they can read him through his lines and notice that he's acting certain ways that previously he wasn't, and he said he's not that kind of a person. Now Suddenly he is. He's probably lying about his personality in a lot more ways that you don't know, okay? It is scary out there, both for women and men, and please be careful. And when it comes to relationship advice, men and women, especially women, please, I'm begging you, don't listen to this girl. And I know a lot of people are gonna roast me in the freaking comments. I'm an ugly 23-year-old poor guy from Southeastern Europe. Why would anyone listen to me? Sure, fine, okay. Okay, you don't have to listen to me. Go do this stuff. Let life teach you a lesson. Live through the consequences. And I'll love seeing you cry on video, okay? Well, I won't. I probably will. I gotta be honest. I will. Have a nice day.